And it was clear as day. God said, you look like that and you smell like that. And it was something that just hit me. I got up, I left the club, I went to the crib.
So I've known you a long time, man, and I just want to say it here, man. I've watched you grow into a man, and like, man, I'm like, man, wow, cuz like, I mean, like, bravo, man, like,
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying?
that,
You did your
man.
thing, man. You
Appreciate
doing
it. Man,
and
you
you
did your
doing
thing.
you doing your
You
thing.
doing your thing, though,
and
man.
I'm I'm so impressed, man, and I brag on you all the time, anytime I can, man. I just want to know kind of what was that turning point, to kind of turn you to Christ. If you don't know, and this is what I was trying to get him to say, he is a preacher. He preaches the gospel, and for somebody like me knowing him from yay high, like, it's so impressed. So I give y'all an example. Like, me and this man used to, we used to be really into the women, like really into them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember I hadn't seen him in a while. And we ran into each other at the gym. And I'm still a little backslider. I'm a turn. I'm gonna check it out, see what's going on. You know what I'm talking about? But we were talking rapping, and this little fine little thing. Well, by something back in the day, we jumped down on, probably had it in the gym. You know what I mean? But he didn't even notice her. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, wow. From that point on, man, I was like, wow, I need to get my stuff together. So, man, I guess I said all that to say, what brought you to Christ?
Man, listen, man. I'm going to give a little bit of, and it's crazy because you hear stories about people coming to Christ on TV. You hear these crazy testimonies, and I was like, to me, that's just so far-fetched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm one of them crazy testimonies, man. I'm going to go ahead and tell you like this, like, I was in the streets.
Oh, yeah.
I was selling dope. I was on ecstasy real bad. You know what I'm saying?
See, I didn't know.
Yeah, I was on ecstasy real bad, man. And I was in the streets clubbing, selling ecstasy. I was selling dope. And my wife, before we got married, was she pregnant? Yeah, she was pregnant at the time. And she had quit going out.
Oh, okay.
And she was going to church. And I wouldn't go. And I was like, I'm not going to church, man. Like, I'm still high from last night. You know what I mean? Like, you go. I'm not going. I'm not going to listen. And so I wasn't going to church. I wasn't doing nothing. And man, I kid you not. Like, one day, I got up and I went to work. At this time, let me get my thoughts together. I was working, and it was like God started speaking to me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't know what it was exactly at that point in time, but I knew God was speaking to me.
Right.
So I was still taking ecstasy. I was still doing these things, and I remember going to the club, and I remember the Malibu on the east side. This is where I was at, Malibu.
If y'all don't know nothing
If
about
y'all know
it.
about the
Y'all
Malibu,
don't know nothing about it.
I was in there
You better
faithfully.
Google it. You better Google it.
I had my picture on the wall in there.
Shay, what you
And
said?
I remember sitting, it was a couch. I'll never forget, it was a couch back there, and I was sitting on this couch. And me and my wife, we weren't married now.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting on this couch. And then when you in these environments, you can't smell the smoke.
Oh, no.
You in there. You know what I mean? And I remember sitting there, it was the first time I smelled the smoke.
Wow.
And it stunk. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and it wasn't just the smoke. It was like I could smell all type of stuff in there.
Wow.
And I was like, man, it's stinking here, man. This is
yeah.
crazy. Like, stinking to where I couldn't take it.
Right.
And I remember I was sitting like this, and I looked up, and I could see the demons. I could literally see them.
Okay,
So, and I wasn't high. Like, y'all, I wasn't high now. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I know. I was like, I know I wasn't high.
Right.
So I was looking, and I could see my homeboys, and I could see everybody, and I could see the demon in them, and I could see the demons around them.
Wow.
And I was looking, and I was like, man, it's stinking here. And I remember I was like, I wasn't praying, but I was praying. I was like, God, man, this is crazy. And it was clear as day. God said, you look like that, and you smell like that. And it was something that just hit me. I got up, I left the club. I went to the crib, left, came home, had to go to work, text my wife, and was like, man, we got to get married. I had started reading my Bible.
Oh, okay.
And I had a King James Bible.
Yo, yeah.
I couldn't even understand what I was reading.
Right.
So I was reading the Bible, and man, God was speaking to me, man. Stuff that it was weird, man.
Yeah.
And he was telling me I had to get married because we was living together, but we weren't married.
Yeah. I've been there.
And we was fussing at the time because she was trying to get me out the streets.
Gotcha.
And I was staying in them, so we weren't even talking. So I
Right.
texted her, and I was like, we got to get married. And she was like, huh? what you mean we gotta get married? She's like, we gotta go to counseling or something.
Yeah.
I said, God didn't tell me nothing about no counseling. And she
Word
said,
up,
oh,
word
you
up.
talking to God now?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, I don't know if I'm talking to him, but he talking to me.
Right.
And I said, we gotta get married. And she was like, well, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm at work now. I'm calling chaplains, trying to get everything set up from work.
Oh, so that was
That's
quick
how
then.
quick. It's like a Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
When I got home, I had everything set up. I called my brother. He was like, wait, you want to go to Vegas before you do this? I said, God didn't tell me nothing about no Vegas either. And it was blowing everybody out. Everybody. So I walk in the house, and wifey, we were really talking, and I was like, man, I got on the computer at home. I said, look, everything's set up. We get married Saturday. You know, wow. I called my brother. He was like, well, you got a suit? I said, I ain't got no suit. I'm just wearing my work stuff, man. Like, I'm going to do it. He said, man, go to Goodies. Get size. Send me your sizes. Yeah. I'm going to get you a suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At least you had somebody to kind of, at least slow you down that much to get,
Exactly. He live in North Carolina, so I sent him the sizes. He got us a chalet and everything. Told wifey. My mama and daddy, we only had no rings, bro.
Oh, wow.
My mama gave me $100. I had no money for no rings. My mama gave me $100. Wow. Went to Walmart, got these little fake rings.
Yeah.
And that Saturday, we drove up to Gatlinburg, man. And like it was like one day I was in the streets. Next day, they was like, where we at? What's going on? Like my homeboys I was running with I was gone. I tell you what, my homeboy Jamel.
Oh, yeah.
I called him. I said, hey, bro. I'm getting married. Anybody need to know where I'm at? You just go tell them. I done dipped off, man. I got saved. I'm changing my life. I got married. I'm going to get married. I'm gone.
Wow.
That's it. He's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Went up there, and nobody came to the wedding. My brother came. He bought 2 friends that I really didn't know.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law came. She bought a couple friends that we didn't know.
Wow.
That was it. And we came back. And we've been married 12 years, man.
12 years.
Yeah, so that was like my journey to change, man. Yeah,
wow.
I've been going ever since, man.
Well, it's crazy to me because I saw that in you that day at the gym. Like I think I even told you that.
Yeah,
and I was like, wow, man, like I could see that in you. And it was so refreshing because I'd battled with my own demons. And I remember a time, I bet it was about 05, 06, 07 when I tried to make the change. And I did. But I backslidden since then. But I remember I was sitting on my buddy's couch. We was playing Madden. I'll never forget it. And we were smoking some of that crippy. I was in Florida. They call it crippy, right? So I was sitting there on the couch, man. Nothing different about this day. Yeah. And I tap it, and all of a sudden I panic. You know what I'm saying? I felt trapped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was in an apartment. And I felt trapped. So I walked to the door and I opened the door, and I was like, okay, I can leave.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm good. But I sit down, right? And I was heating up some chicken.
Yeah.
So I get the chicken out, and I go to eat the chicken. When I tell you this chicken was so hot, cuz I dropped the chicken, I freak out. I said, "Oh Lord!" I mean, hell. And so since then, I haven't smoked.
Yeah.
I won't even touch no weed. You know what I'm saying? I haven't smoked. I haven't done any of that. I still drink a little bit, but yeah. So I definitely feel you on that whole.
Yeah.
You got to do it now. Mentality is like it's necessary, and that's how I kind of feel about like. Chasing your dreams or chasing whatever you want to do. Yeah. You just got to get started.
That's the thing.
Because you're going to get better as you go.
And that's the thing. Like when you say getting started, that's the thing about faith. In the Bible don't want you to it don't say have big faith. It says mustard seed faith. So you just got to get started. It's like you take the first step starting this podcast. You take the first step doing what God tells you to do.
Right.
He's going to do the rest. You know what I'm saying? You think about anybody that's big, that's made it, and you listen to their story.
Yeah.
It all started with one little small thing.
Gosh.
And God blew that thing up. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And it's like we want to blow up now.
Today.
We want
yesterday.
it today.
Yeah, yesterday.
And God is like, he's like, he hit me all the time. It's like, it don't work like that.
Right.
I need you to take this step because this journey I got you on, if I just give you the end result, one, you may not be ready for it.
Right.
And two, that end result may not be nothing because it's not about you. It's about people that's coming behind you that you could be like, listen, this is what I did. This is what I went through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because there's a lot to the story.
It's a lot to it, man. It's a lot to the story.
Yeah, because don't nobody want to hear like, I started today. I was on the mall. Man. Then we was in Paris Wednesday. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to hear that.
That to me, I call that and then they don't disrespect to nobody.
Yeah, if it happened to you,
it's
bravo.
It ain't no bravo, but I call it like the Donald Trump syndrome. Because like Donald Trump, his daddy was rich. His daddy hit him with some money, and he just been there. You know what I'm saying? Been rich ever since. So it's like I respect more of a story You know what I'm saying? We sitting here at this table, and 5 years from now,
Yeah.
you got 1 million views, and it's like, hey man, you remember we sitting in your living room, man?
And I'll be like, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Come on down to Key West on the podcast. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
And you tell your story, man, and that's what people want to hear, man. People want to hear that struggle, man.
Yo, what up? Thank you for watching the video. It's your boy Chad Rob. Don't forget, comment, subscribe. Press that notification bell so you can see what's coming next. And as always, I'll be back. Yeah.